video we will learn about the concept of inheritance in the unit 2. Okay, first we have to know about the objective. Okay, so after learning the concept inheritance, you will be able to use the code reusability in your Java application. Okay, so the superclass, the data member as well as member function will be inherited in the subclass. Okay, so in this way the code that is available in the superclass can be reused. So after learning the concept, you will be able to improve the code reusability. Next, code readability. It is very easy to understand since the class will be having some structure. By finding the structure, we can identify the concept very clearly. So easily understandable. So it provides the code readability. Next, we have to know about inheritance. Okay, so inheritance is a mechanism in which one class is allowed to inherit the features of another class. So it is a process of deriving a new class from the existing class. That is, the parent class will be having data member as well as member function that can be used in the derived class. That is, the code that is written in the parent class can be again reused in the derived class. So that is what called the reusability. Okay, so it is the process of deriving a new class from the existing class. Then the next one we have to know, that is the superclass and the base class as well as the parent class. That is, the class that is inherited is called the superclass, base class as well as the parent class. And the class that is inheriting is called the subclass, derived class as well as child class. Okay, and the keyword that is mainly used in the inheritance is extends. Okay, so extend is the main keyword that is used in the inheritance. Next, we will see about the syntax for inheritance. Okay, see here, just we are having the class, subclass, okay, and it extends, that is the keyword with the superclass name. Okay, class, subclass name, extends, superclass name. So superclass name is the superclass, subclass name is the subclass. So we are deriving a subclass name from the superclass. And in the subclass also you will be having methods as well as field. Okay, next we will see an example. So first, base class, that is the superclass, and here we have defined the data member, that is A equal to 10 and B equal to 20. Then we are having the method add of, and inside the method add of, A and B are added and it is printed. Okay, and the next we are having the class main, that is the subclass. Okay, class main is the subclass that is derived from the base class, that is derived from the base class, derived from the base class. Okay, so it is the derived class. In the derived class we are having the method sub of, and we are finding the difference of the data member A as well as B. Now the main statement. Now we are creating the object for subclass main. Using the object we are calling the add of as well as sub of. Add of is a method that is available in the superclass. Sub of is a method that is available in the subclass. By creating the object for subclass, add of method is called. Okay, now let us see what will be the output of this program. Okay, so the program is compiled. Okay, the program is executed and we are getting the output here. So that is the result. See, sum equal to 30 and difference equal to minus 10. That is 10 plus 20, 10 minus 20. So 10 plus 20, the sum is 30 and the difference is minus 10. Okay, so the program is executed and we have got the output here. Okay, the next, so here we are having different types of inheritance. Okay, first we will see about the single inheritance. So single inheritance means a subclass inherits the features of one superclass. So there will be only one superclass and another one subclass. Then we can say it as a single inheritance. Now we will see the example for this superclass in single inheritance. See here, class shape. This is the base class and here we are using the data members, that is A equal to 10 and B equal to 20. Next we are having the subclass, that is rectangle, which extends the base class, that is shape. Okay, and it is using the method rect area of. Okay, so in which we are finding the area of the rectangle. Okay, A and B is multiplied. Next, class main, here public static void main, and here we have created the object for the rectangle. Using the object we are calling the method rect area of. Okay, so the data member that is available in the superclass is used in the subclass, so that we will be getting the answer 10 into 20, that is 200. Okay, now let us see the program execution. So the program is executed and we have got the output as rectangle area equal to 200. Okay, so this is all the concept about the single inheritance. Next we will see about the multi-level inheritance. Okay, so multi-level inheritance means that is a derived class will be inheriting a base class, as well as the derived class also act as a base class to another class. Okay, there will be a level. Base class will be having a derived class and the derived class will be having another one derived class. So that we are saying it as a multi-level inheritance. Okay, now let us see the example. See here, class number. So it is having the data member 10 as well as 20. Now another class add 2, which extends the number. So first class is a number, second class is a add 2. Okay, add 2 is a derived class in which you are having the data member C equal to 30, and here we have printed the value A plus B. Okay, so this add 2 is a derived member of a class number and here we are performing the sum. Next we are having another class, that is add 3 extends add 2. Okay, add 3 extends add 2. Then in that we are having the method sum and here we perform the summation of A plus B plus C. Okay, so A and B data member values are available in the base class. Then C value is available in the derived class, add 2. Now we are forming the summation of A plus B plus C. Okay, now here main statement. Then for the class add3 object is created, and we are finding the sum 2 as well as sum 3. Okay, so now let us see. We are calling the method using the object obj dot sum2 of, that is, it is the method that is available in the subclass add2, and object dot sum3, it is the method that is available in the another derived class, that is add3. Okay, now let us see the output of this program. So this program is executed, and here we are having the output sum of the two number, that is 30, then sum of three number, that is 10 plus 20 plus 30, that is 60. Okay, so this is the concept of multi-level inheritance. Next, let us see about the hierarchical inheritance. See, hierarchical inheritance means that is one class serve as a superclass for more than one subclass. For more than one subclass. Or we can say it as a one class having more than one base class. One class serve as a superclass for more than one subclass. So now let us see the example here. See, that is class shape. Here also 10, 20. Now another class rectangle extends shape. So shape is having one class, that is rectangle. Then here we are having the method rectangle, in which we are finding the area of rectangle. Next we are having another method, that is triangle. Okay, another method, that is triangle, in which we are having the method try area of, in which we are finding the area of triangle. Okay, now we are creating the object for rectangle, and we are calling the rectangle area of, and we are finding the area of rectangle. Then again we are creating object for triangle, and for that we are finding the area. Okay, so this is the concept of hierarchical inheritance. That is, only once we are having one superclass and two base class, two subclass. Okay, so one superclass and two subclass. Now the program is executed, and here we are getting the answer. See, area of triangle rectangle, that is 200, and area of triangle, that is 100. Okay, so in this so we have studied about the different types of inheritance, that is single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. Next we will see some questions related to the concept inheritance. Okay, so in CS 8492, that is object oriented programming, we will be having the definite question in the concept of inheritance. Okay, now we will see about the gate questions. See, first one, these are the sample questions. Okay, so dash allow to create classes which are derived from other class, so that they automatically include some of the parent member plus its own member. Okay, so that is child class will be having the concept of including the parent class member as well as the member function. So for this answer is inheritance. Okay, then which of the following in C++, or we can give it as Java, is inherited in a derived class from the base class? So that is data member. Okay, the next question, when the inheritance is private, the private method in base class are inaccessible in derived class. Inaccessible in derived class. Okay. So C++ or Java, the same question can be used. Inaccessible. See, private as well as private data member cannot be inherited. So that is the private method cannot be inherited. So that it is saying that we are saying it is a inaccessible. Next one. A publicly derived class is a subtype of its base class. 1. 2 is inheritance provide code reuse. Which of the following statement is correct? So here the concept that is both the statement A and B are correct. Okay, a publicly derived class is a subtype of the base class. It is true. As well as inheritance provides the for code usage. That is the first objective of this video, isn't of this concept inheritance, isn't it? So the both statements are correct. Okay, so you have learned about the concept of inheritance and different types of inheritance, an example for inheritance, and the particular program is executed and the output is verified. Okay, thank you.